Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to take a look at innovation versus invention. Now, this is our first video of the unit on our marketing mix and the first video of our first P, which is product. Now, this is what we're going to take a look at because we have completed marketing research. We have gathered up all of this information, and now we can apply it and put it to use and create products that consumers want. And this is the basis of this video. So make sure you get out your notes, follow the STORM philosophy for note-taking, and sit back and enjoy. Okay, so what's on the agenda for today? Well, before we get to what invention versus innovation is, we need to first identify product development and feasibility. These are what we must consider before we start inventing things or innovating products to satisfy consumers' needs and wants. So as mentioned, we've finished marketing research. We've identified all the different ways and methods and tools that we can use to gather information. All this information is consumer information that we can apply to creating products. What the consumers are telling us are what types of features, what types of qualities, what kinds of flavors, and et cetera, that we want to apply to our products. And once we've gathered this information, we can then begin our product development. So the first P of our marketing mix. To develop a product, we need to make sure that we address consumers' needs and wants. This is the first step of starting a business venture. There's no point in starting a business if the consumers don't want or need what you are producing. This product development stage can be very frequent or infrequent. It depends on the business. Some businesses, once they create a product and develop a product, that's it. That's all they have to do, and they sit back and they watch as the cash flows in. Other businesses need to continuously develop products because they have many different types of products they're selling, and they need to improve upon these products. So this can be a very frequent activity. The marketing team needs to cooperate with the production team. So no matter if you're doing this once or you're doing this frequently, you need to be cooperating with the production team because they can help you in identifying whether or not you can build the product or service that you wish to build. So this is a very complex and constant process, something that you need to factor. This idea of a complex and constant process for product development is something that is addressed through a feasibility study. So before you even begin producing a product, inventing it, or innovating it, you need to ask yourselves two very important questions. Can you produce it, and can you sell it? The can you produce it question is something that the production team needs to address. You could have the greatest idea in the world as a marketer. You could say that this product is going to satisfy every single consumer's needs and wants. But if it can't be produced, then it doesn't matter. And so the production team is going to be able to tell you whether or not you have the materials available, whether or not you have the technology available, whether or not it's going to cost X amount of dollars because of this tools and technology and materials that you need. The can you sell it question is something that you as a marketer need to address. How are you going to sell it? What kind of promotional activities are you going to do? What price point are you going to sell it at? Right? All of these factors need to be considered before you even begin to produce your product. And so this is what a feasibility study does. It determines if there's any business opportunity that you can proceed upon, whether or not the business opportunity is possible, whether or not it's practical, whether or not it's viable, right? These are important questions that you need to ask yourself. You need to consider the price, the materials, available technology, the promotion, the sales, consumer preferences, competitive environment, all of these things. And again, if you can produce it, but it's going to cost you $100 per unit, and yet you know that consumers are only willing to spend $5 per unit, then you can't sell it. And vice versa. If you know you can sell it, but there's no materials available to you, therefore you can't produce it, then again, you can't proceed. And so the feasibility study is the first thing you really need to address before you begin inventing or innovating products. And so now we need to look at invention versus innovation. What is the difference between these two? Invention are new devices. These are new devices, methods, processes, anything that is new for your business. It's developed through study and experimentation. There are many companies that pride themselves on inventing new products. Apple, for instance. 3M is another one. The idea of the sticky note, that was an invention that has reaped them huge dividends. Innovation is an improvement upon a technology, a product, a process. So the product already exists. However, innovation, when it's applied to these existing products, means that it improves upon these. And so the methods used to produce these products might be new, or the ways to distribute them might be new. So innovation versus invention. One is brand new, one is new and improved. Inventions are something that, for some reason, we always think of these as historical products, right? There's less and less new inventions out there. There's less and less new products out there. We often see much more innovative products, so improvements upon existing products. Inventions are something that we can look back through time and look at and say, you know what, that was remarkable. That was something brand new. And these were created by inventors, these risk takers, forward thinkers, goal setters, focused, determined, and committed, and always asking questions type of people. If you take a look at those products, all of these are inventions. The telephone, the bowling ball, or the game of bowling itself, the canned arm, the basketball net, the hockey mask. See if you can determine who invented these products. I think you might find this kind of remarkable as far as who determined these products. Innovation happens through innovators. People who challenge the status quo. They're curious. They're self-motivated. They're visionaries. They entertain the unbelievable. They take risks. They're self-accepting in their own abilities, and yet they're flexible and adaptive. Now, you will find that innovators and inventors are very, very similar. However, innovators have slightly more skill in certain things where they can take a look at an existing product and see how it can be improved upon. So innovations happen every single day. We see much more innovations happening today than we see new inventions. The goalie mask has changed, television, phone, basketball shoes themselves. All of these have been innovated upon, right? And so innovators are very, very vital to a business because they can take a look at existing processes, practices, methods, products themselves and services and say, you know what, this can be improved. And they will put themselves to the task of improving those products. So this brings us to the end of our video. What is the main reason why companies develop new products? What has contributed more to society, inventions or innovations? Why do you think that is? So think about these questions. Make sure you get your notes in order. Make sure you've asked yourself some discussion questions and you've summarized your notes. And that's it. That's all. That's everything. We'll see you tomorrow.